right, guys. We good to go? We Gucci.
Yeah, we in here.
All right, I'll count it in. Say your band name, and we'll get it in with it. So 3. Oh, Sam's. We're all gone. Everybody's leaving. Ben's gone.
No, wait. Ben's gone. The DX Racer is empty.
Oh my
Bitch
god.
is a helix.
It's just a helix.
Oh yeah, he does have a DX Racer.
Oh. Oh man. We're just gonna wait.
For like fucking $300 chair.
Well, yeah, they are. Yeah.
Too.
No, I mean mine that I'm in right now. It would still cost me $300. But
Ooch.
it's like one of those ergonomical ones you get from Office Max or Office Depot or whatever.
300, I think, too. 300-ish.
Yeah. I think we have like very similar ones.
No.
I know it's such a weird thing to be like excited about. Like,
man.
yeah, we have very similar chairs. Bro.
Chairs, brother. Love chairs. They're my.
Dude, all right. So when you're in a band for fucking 10 years, you run out of shit to be excited about and talk about. So yeah, we take a little bit.
Well, just so you guys know, this is all recording right now, so I can't wait to add this shit into the beginning of the interview. Anyway,
Wait.
I'm gonna.
But Dowdy, sit back a little bit. Like, just, I'm getting really good views of just your neck, like from your chin down. I can't see your face.
I mean, that's
at
the
all.
sexy part, though, right?
Yeah, just the neck, the best part.
What about here? Is
But
this
this
cool?
horizontal flip just has me looking at your chin down on this tiny screen.
Uh,
Oh, because you're upright.
oh my
Is that
god.
why Dowdy's phone is upright?
My phone is upright, yeah.
Perfect.
Daddy's phone is.
Should it not be upright?
You can do it however you want, man.
Only
I don't
if
know. I'm not.
your chin or not.
Okay,
Oh,
there you
that
go.
doesn't fucking work.
Oh, that's so
better.
No, it's just
Now I
your
just see your mouth.
It's just this. It's just this right here. It's just this. That's all I can see, dog.
We're gonna test something here. What happens if I do this?
Now I can. Yeah, I can see you better.
got the two dudes with the big ass headphones sitting at desks, and then the two guys on their phones are gonna go vertical.
Yes, that's what you got to do. That's the vibe.
All right, wait. So
Go
Brandon,
vertical,
is
Dowdy.
it?
No, it's
Go
literally. I
vertical?
only just see your mouth. This is like.
Yeah.
if
Okay.
this-
I'm like that's all.
This is like this. This is the
do.
video. I
Yeah.
could just see your mouth. Like I could only see like
Yeah.
your mouth. Nothing else. It was just your mouth.
Maybe he wants to be real
It
secretive.
was just the chest and the mouth. That was it.
But
Chest,
this is fine,
neck, and
right?
mouth. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ben's like, nah.
Nah, man. I
It's
can't see.
just
You
existing.
know what
and we
Dowdy
can't
looks
fix
like.
it.
Come on. All right, you're in a band with him, so
Brandon's getting the video. It'll be fine.
yeah.
I know what it looks like. but-
I know what it looks like. Also, Dowdy is frozen, and this is probably the best still frame
Oh.
I've ever gotten of it. Oh, now
And
he dropped.
he's gone. Don't you love video?
There we go.
Oh,
Hello.
Oh my god.
What
Dude,
happened?
but
are you on like McDonald's Wi-Fi, my guy? I just need.
Me?
Yeah, you were like, dude, you were clipping the hell out, dude. You like froze. Like your face is like this for like a straight like minute, easy.
This is weird.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Not
wait,
now.
is you guys still?
No,
Yeah.
mine's
on my screen, he's weird.
Was it like that when we had our call on Monday?
No,
No.
Oh.
no.
I-
It just froze out and then came back. Like it's not.
Oh, okay. I have no idea what happened.
Well, let's get into it anyway, because we've been doing it for, I don't know, 5 minutes now. Oh my god, Dowdy. All right, 3.
All right, whatever. Let's do it.
Let's-
Fucking do it, bro.
This is, I can't. We're just gonna go with it. 3,
Low control.
2, 1. How's it going,
2,
guys?
1.
Welcome to you. Oh my god, holy shit. Let me count it in. 3, 2, 1. How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have the Atlantis Theorem back with us again, and they can say their names and what they do in the band.
Hello, my name is Ben. I play drums and sing.
I'm
So, Sorry, my name is DJ. I am the lead singer and I play guitar, but not for long.
My name is Sam, and I am backup vocals, screams, and bass guitar.
There we go. Well, like I said, well, you'll see all of the hilarity that ensued before this, but I was trying to figure out how long it's been. Obviously, we talked off camera about how long it's been since the last interview, and so, you know, what have you guys been up to? I've been catching up with your like music and stuff as of recently. Just not that I forgot about you guys, but like just out of like curiosity to see what you guys have been up to and stuff like that. So, you know, if you want to tell the Audio Addiction people what they've been missing out on, you know, tell them what's been happening since like the past 2 years.
Well, we had more material for an album, and we decided we were going to make that album immediately after releasing the last one. And then, you know, a year into it, we decided to be us and make it way more difficult to finish the album.
Essentially, yeah, that's what we did.
So now it's been, I actually looked it up, it's been 2.5 years since we released the last album.
Oh, okay.
And a full year of that has just been trying to get this project completed the way that we're trying to do it.
Yeah.
So I guess what had taken it so long that you guys are like, you know what, did you guys scrap everything and start from scratch, or like, I'm curious because like I said, when we did our last interview, you had, you know, a record that had just come out, and then as you were mentioning, you know, you're in the process of doing a new record and stuff like that. So I guess like, what were kind of the twists and turns of like, you know, getting this new record out, which will be out very soon, fingers crossed. Probably
TM, very soon.
Probably when this comes out, it might be out at that point in time, you know.
Hopefully.
But I guess like how did that, like, you know, how did it come to be? Like I said earlier, do you feel like it was just like you guys had to like kind of, did you guys scrap everything, or is it kind of like, you know, did you utilize the material you had, or like a combination of two? Basically what happened pretty much?
Yeah, so we had actually had planned a follow-up album as well as an additional release, and with those ideas we had kind of a rather, you know, story-written concept that we later decided to end up scrapping, just because we felt like we were trying to write the concepts to the songs, and the content of the songs something wasn't meshing quite well, so we ended up cutting a lot of tracks back from that follow-up release and making this. And this has been just kind of a really large project involving a lot of the local art community here in Minneapolis. We've, you know, kind of with the antithesis of the last song, it's like, you know, as broad and different as the colors are on a given canvas, you know, we are still all part of this kind of creation. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to reach out to a lot of different people and try to get, you know, them to collab on it with us. And yeah, it's finally coming together, and it's really something special, I think.
That's awesome. And who did you guys work with on this record? Like, can you like, you know, give the Audio Addiction that exclusive, you know? I need to know who you guys are working with.
We can drop a couple names.
We can name drop some people.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying, you know, I need that clickbait, you know, I need to be like, you know.
Yeah. With some of the tracks that will be on this album, we've featured some artists. His name is Gabe Reasoner. He plays in a group called Careful Gaze. If you haven't, you know, he looks like you know, so yeah, definitely.
We were talking about him in the chat before.
Shout outs to Gabe. My guy, come on, dude. What's wrong with you? Let's do it.
Yeah, he plays a large role in one of the tracks that you should be listening to come soon. And yeah, another name that we potentially drop. Someone else take that. Who else do we want to drink?
Well, we have a saxophone player from a band called The Bad Man. They're kind of like an indie ska band. His name is Ben. What's his name?
Hints.
Ben Hintz. Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic sax player. He does a solo on one of the songs. And that was, for me at least, it was kind of one of the cooler things I wanted to do with the CD is get a bunch of different genres of music and art onto the CD. So we have everything from like, indie ska sax player to we have a rapper on one song. We have a pop singer. We have, Gabe Reasoner, who's from like a, I don't know, indie band.
Heavy
indie. Yeah.
We have like super heavy metalcore. Like it spans the entire range of what you can think of, essentially for what we could get. But I'm super happy with what turned out.
That's actually who I was going to name drop too. Was the rapper on the third track on the album. His name is XEXXE, and he's a local dude here. And I mean, they're all local to here, but he kills. It's insane. And he's like the track was already this good, and then he just like pushed it through the roof. It's insane.
Yeah. That's awesome. And how important is it to you guys to have like local artists on? I mean, I feel like a lot of bands talk about it, but I feel like you guys really kind of put it to action in this record. And I think for me, that's going to be one of the standout things about when I get that listen. But like for me, I always appreciate that because like even when I'm doing content here for Audio Addiction, obviously not as of currently, but I like to have like, a lot of local bands and people that I see like often. Like I want to have them on because, I love repping the East Coast. I love New Jersey and like Philadelphia, like PA, stuff like that, because there's a lot of bands out there and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So how important was it for you to have like these? Yeah. What were you gonna say, Ben?
Long Island bands kill.
They do. Shout out to Long Island too.
No shit, like thumb in the water.
But
so the whole
how is that?
It's really important to us because that's actually like the whole concept of the album is based. It's a broader concept, but we brought it to fruition using solely local artists. So every musician that's on the album is part of the Minneapolis kind of Twin Cities scene. Every artist that's involved in the album, because there's more than a few.
So we didn't talk about that though.
Yeah, we didn't even touch on that.
Somebody should touch on that.
This was my segue to getting us there,
Yeah, Brandon, there's more.
There's more. We remember when I said we made it really, really hard.
He can't deal.
We killed him.
He can't hang, guys.
Anyway, continue as I collect myself.
So yeah, all the musicians are local to the area. All the artists are local to the area except for one, but he grew up here and moved away like not very long ago, and it was a very special piece that we got, so I'm really happy about that.
Yeah.
But when I said we made it really hard to complete this record, we took an album, we self-produced and self-recorded. We did DIY for the whole thing. I did all the tracking and mixing and all that jazz. So we took essentially we took a project that only needed us three, and we decided we needed to involve 22 other people.
Yeah.
So there are, over the course of the 11 songs, 11 different musical features and 11 different visual artists. So there's there's artwork for every song specifically.
Yep.
Yeah. We got we just got some really amazing pieces. I just wanted to shout outs to all the people that were involved. I can't list all the names right now, but
I have almost all of them here.
Thank you for sure.
Yeah, no, I feel like you're kind of taking a note out of another band that I love that I found last year called Sleep Token. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them.
Me and Sam just saw them.
First of all, sick band that you need to check out. I mean, check these
Yes.
guys out first, but then check out Sleep Token. But
Absolutely.
I feel like when you guys had mentioned,
Wrong word.
I feel like you guys, when you mentioned like, oh, we're gonna have different, art for each thing. They did like a different logo for each one of their songs, which I think is sick.
Yep.
And Sleep Token, if you watch this, if you want to hit your boy up, just saying, down, because the coronavirus is out there. So like, if you wanna slide into those DMs, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Want to video chat you, boy?
Yeah, if you want to video chat your boy out here. But no, I felt like when you said that was like the first thing that I thought of. I was just like, that's so cool. And obviously the showcase local town is always something that I personally back. Obviously a lot of my stuff is done online and I do it in person, but like whenever I get a chance to work with like a lot of local bands, that brings me a lot of joy because I'll be able to see them a lot. And so I feel like it was such a cool undertaking that you guys decided to completely butch your record that you're going to do and then do something where I feel like you'll get a lot out of it. And I hope that people that watch this and check the record out, that they get a lot out of it too, because I know how hard it is to schedule stuff, even like this interview, so
Yeah.
I can only
Right.
imagine having 22 people and being like, hey, can you get me the art for this? Can you get me, okay, we got the track mixed tonight, like we're going to do that and then we're going to release this. So like, I feel like there's a lot of careful planning in it, and I gotta show that salute, that respect, because I know how hard it is. So I can't even imagine how hard it is to put a record together and stuff like that. But my next question, to kind of like obviously segue into the record, what was one song that kind of changed the most from like the pre-pro stuff to the very end, and then what's one that's your favorite? I mean, I gotta ask that. I feel like that's like a necessity.
Ooh, okay. That's interesting.
That's
Like a
hard.
I would say off the bat, the song that changed the most would be actually the last song, which is with tentative title still. We haven't quite landed on that yet.
Yeah,
You don't need to bring that up right now.
I mean,
But
you can,
no. But what, regardless,
say it.
I was gonna say the name, then I was like, we don't know the name yet. But for me, that's my answer for both. That's my answer for both. It's gonna be the song that changed the most and also my favorite. And basically, since we put this CD together, that song has been my favorite song. But it is the way that it evolved. I just actually listened to it a couple days ago. The recording that we did in our practice space 2 years ago when we wrote the song. It's so different. It's so like it doesn't sound anything like what it is now. And I've been working with the song a little closer on like videos and stuff for it. But yeah, I would say its working title is called All. So it's the 11th track on the CD We Are All. So yeah,
Yep.
that's what I would say.
I think I would agree. All is probably the one that's changed the most, and then my favorite is gonna probably be Wandering. That was kind of a
Close
we
second.
had written before when we were songwriting, we'd bring riffs forward and try to always write them together.
Yeah.
And even way before that, I'd try to write full songs and then bring them forwards and then try to learn those, and that was like way back in the day, back in the breaking day.
Oh!
Oh no.
But,
Their reaction said it all, so I don't even... Oof. Dowdy's
let
gone.
me bring it back. But yeah, my favorite track would probably be Wandering, because it was just one of those times where someone brought a riff forward and then we were like, we can go into this next, we can go into that next. It just flowed so well. And
I remember. Do you remember that writing session? I
Yeah.
kind of do.
Yeah, and that's the song that has the Ben Hintz, the sax player, and he did something special to that song, and I'm very, very excited for people to hear it.
Sam?
I think All. It's hard to refute the claim that All is the most changed, just because we've all heard that
You've
that
all
recording.
heard it?
Yeah, and now you know why we hate ourselves.
And now, so that joke is made so many times.
No,
dude.
so you're gonna get so much shit. I'm gonna probably say it again in the review because, like, you know,
Dude, there's so many puns you don't even know.
It's so much worse when you actually get the full track list, because you'll see one song and you'll see that a joke is made about that song name all the fucking time.
Don't worry.
And oh my god,
Your boys got it. I'm on it. You know, your boys
I'm
are
ready.
The pun game is gonna be. I'm gonna be like fucking Rocky in Rocky 1. Just be like puns. Pun after that.
Don't hold back.
You're gonna get all of it. You're gonna get You're gonna go over 9,000 dad combo.
Please.
Absolutely. Anyway, continue, Sam.
It's gonna be like the finish him thing from Mortal Kombat's gonna come up.
Dude, I was just on that.
And then it's just gonna be a bunch of dad combos. It's gonna be like a bunch of dad jokes. Like that's what it's gonna be. So anyway, Sam, I didn't want to interject, but I felt like I had to throw the dad.
Yeah, that was
vibes.
necessary. It was necessary. I would say so. Yeah, that's easily the most changed. Just. Period. It's gone through quite an evolution. It's really hard to pick a favorite. I would say right now I'm going to stick with the theme of picking one that we have featured somebody on. Not Alone has X on it, and it's a really exciting track for us because it took a big turn with him in a really, really good way. And then we said, okay, cool. So this is like our baseline, and we almost always exclusively stick to just things that the three of us can actually do live.
Yeah.
And on that one, we kind of took that and we said, okay, that's cool, but what can we do to make the song sound bigger, larger than we've ever made it before? So there's lots of layering of instruments that we won't ever have. We're not going to play with tracks or anything, but they're all tucked in, you know? So it was a really cool, very different for us at least way of arranging a track and it coming out and sounding better.
Well, I'm excited to check it out. You know, listen, if any rap feature, I'm down to check out because it's something that I'm not particularly familiar with. But I mean, I feel like the bar is so set low by Sleeping with Sirens and MGK that I feel like if it's at least better than that, then I think we'll be okay, you know? So
Brandon, are you familiar with a guy named POS at all?
POS?
Yeah.
I am not, no.
He's a Minnesota rapper and he's great.
He's tight, okay.
Yeah.
POS, well obviously I don't know who you are, but if you want to come on, you know, just...
Dude, fucking do it.
I was going to say, if you knew who he was, the guy that we have on the featured song, he's very reminiscent of POS. For anyone else who's listening.
Yeah.
There we go. Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, as long as it's above, you know, whatever MGK does, I don't know what he does, but if it's whatever close to rapping, you know, listen, that's fine. I'm not trying to call MGK. I'm not calling you out, you know, don't come find me. You know, his career was ended by. I mean, his career was ended.
His YouTube channel.
I mean, his career was ended by Eminem anyway. So it's whatever.
Nothing about it.
Listen, it's the clickbait, dog. You know, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this isn't even about me. It was just about like this kid on the internet."
I love the clickbait. Will probably be the Atlantis Theorem slams MGK.
That's what it will be, exactly.
Like, wait, he didn't even say anything.
You'll be disappointed.
That's what it's gonna be. That's what the
blow up on
working title of it is going to be. But
you gotta get the SEO in there, bro.
The title of the song is MGK ain't shit.
If that isn't the title name of the song, your boy's gonna be disappointed. But I guess, you know, I always find it interesting when bands, especially this question and having them on for the second time and like knowing about their music and stuff like that, because I mean, I feel like I do my part in trying to like know about the band and like know about like what they do and stuff like that, and this I feel like as we were talking about earlier, was just kind of like the unfortunateness of like Facebook and like not knowing you guys had released another song, and I was just like, holy shit, I was like, you guys released another song, like where is it? And then you're just like, oh, Facebook, listen, Facebook, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you better get your shit together. But like, for me, I try to do my best when I have bands that I've interviewed on. Like, I really want to try to make sure, like, I'm keeping up with what they do, because, like, I feel like I would be doing a disservice as myself as being an interviewer if I didn't, like, if I was just like, yeah, I don't give a shit about the Atlantis Theorem, that's whatever, like, I'm just going to have them on, and, like, they're going to talk their shit, and then that's it, we're going to part our ways, And so... for me as like an interviewer and just kind of seeing the growth of a band and stuff like that, I think it's always appreciative, like when, you're gonna give me the kind of details about like the new record and stuff like that. So when it comes time to do a review, which coming soon to Audio Addiction, I think for me, it's a good way to kind of like look back and be like, okay, these are the things that they were talking about, and these are the things that I can be like mentally in my head, be like, okay, now I get it. Like now that it all makes sense, it's all coming together, and it doesn't feel like, because I don't always get that opportunity to have something, especially if I know the band pretty decently well, like to have it early and be like, these are all the little inner workings of it. But I guess, did you guys have any ideas that you scrapped that you may have been like, oh, well, that you were toying with the idea of like putting on the record, or do you feel like you guys are really kind of like, these are the best tracks that we have, and like, we're excited to go further with it? Because I know like some bands do those like B-sides and stuff like that, or like, they'll put it into EP. Do you feel like the stuff that you guys had come up with would eventually make it into an EP, or do you feel like it's just like gone in Reaper purgatory somewhere?
We're professionals.
Well, excuse. Whoa, buddy. Listen.
Let's start a fight.
No, but we're a pretty strange band when it comes to that, because almost every song that we've ever written, we've used in some way. There are a couple exceptions, but I feel like not like other bands, because I just read a headline saying that like Linkin Park wrote 40 different fucking choruses for Somewhere I Belong, which I was like, wait, how? First of all, because that's not a very complicated chorus, but
they picked the easiest one. They were like, we could go from like Mozart to like basic shit, and they're like,
not to talk shit about, because Somewhere I Belong is probably one of my favorite songs.
It's a great track. Yeah, you're right.
It's probably my like second favorite song, but I feel like with us, we have used almost every single song, and if we haven't used it yet, we are still planning on using it in the future. Or something that we do pretty well is like self-editing. Like we tend to do almost all of our writing these days in at least two, probably all three of us. But like, I can think of at least one song that Dowdy and I got like a minute and a half into, and then we said, all right, this writing session's over. We're not coming up with anything good. It's fine. And then we listened back to it the next day, and we went, we could keep that first riff. That first riff was good. We'll use that in something else later, but the rest of it's just trash. There's actually, garbage. In Not Alone, there's a reference to a song that we played live once, ever. And it's like this. It's the same riff as.
Dowdy doesn't even have any idea.
I fucking wrote the song, so it's even worse. So
that was
so much worse.
That was single-handedly one of the funniest shit, because like, especially since you just admitted it, you wrote it, and you're just like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like,
I had no idea.
And then he's like, oh wait, I wrote that shit. Oh damn.
Yeah, I don't even remember the original song name, but I do know The Dance. It was just The Dance, because we're creative like that.
See, Ben didn't even know it either. I was super quiet.
So we actually took a riff from this song that we wrote when we were like vaguely trying to be a soft rock indie band.
Yeah, tape that shit.
Yep, and we slapped it in the middle of it. And that's actually the part with the rapper's over. So it turned out phenomenally but
It's a dancing part.
Yeah, but it's
You guys
interesting
gave
how
all
we
the
do that. We
outdoors.
go. Okay, that's good. We're gonna tuck that away for later, and then we brought it back and we used it, and I think it sounds great. But
Yeah.
it's we're pretty good at
Really
like the self-editing early on.
No, I feel like with bands is always a curious thing to ask because like I'm always like trying to find like the little gems and stuff. It's like, yo, I want to hear the demo version of this shit. Like, cause like when bands back in like the early 2000s, they would just post like demos and stuff. Like one that I can think of off the top of my head was like when Emarosa was like looking for a vocalist and stuff, and they had like different people like try out for the band, and then they wind up posting these demos and stuff, and they're like, oh, this is what like Kellogg Quinn would have been like if he was in Emarosa, or like Donovan Morello from like Hail the Sun was in Emarosa, or like Tides of Man or whatever. I don't remember what the band was. I'm just using that as like a whole example.
No, I know, but
you know what I'm talking about.
I was like,
yeah,
oh God, no.
I'm just I'm glad they're in their collective bands that they're in
exactly.
now.
Yeah.
But I feel like any sorts of thing like that, I'm always curious about, because it's like I want to hear what it sounded like prior, and then I want to hear what it sounds like now.
So one thing I can say is that every single song that is on the CD was completely written, ready for us to play at a show, like performance ready. We had rehearsed it for years. Every single song was at that point, except for one. But 10 out of the 11 songs were completely ready for us to play at the drop of a hat. And we pretty much added all of the features onto the songs, rather than like we didn't write the songs to have features in them.
Sure.
We kind of worked them into what the existing song was. So we had to like omit certain parts that either I or Sam had parts, and to put in someone else. Because I'm just thinking about the second song. Well, the second song that we released, called "The Artist and the Arsonist," I sang the entire song when we originally wrote it, but the way that we released it when we were doing it for this project, I'm barely in the song.
It's true.
Like,
that is true.
I'm like
Tanner...
I am 30% of the song, and Tanner's probably like what, 8, or like not 80, but like 60%.
Tanner Greeley, Odds of an Afterthought, shout out here.
There we go. That's awesome, guys. But I said, I always Ben, you could shoot.
Just real quick on your last point about things that we kind of had to scrap. There was a 12th track that kind of towards the end that we
I forgot about that.
To just chop. And this was actually because we had already released it, and I just looked it up. It's still on Bandcamp, but this is like one of the first tracks that we ever released, and we were planning on releasing it on this album, but we decided to cut it just because reasons, we'll say.
To be fair, it was specifically like a track that we've never released it the way that we wanted to release it. Like the first time we had another guy come in, and we were still like vaguely trying to be a metalcore band, and like it wasn't our flavor, and then so we were like, screw that, we're gonna release it acoustic. So then we did that, and nothing's ever quite been what we wanted it to be. But now is not the time to keep rehashing the old, the 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old song that really should have been on the first album, probably. And
yeah,
it's the skeleton in the closet. You know what I mean? Like,
it's still a great song. It's just
it is.
Its time has come and gone.
It's a skeleton, but he's holding a pillow, and he just wants to like chill.
Aww.
Oh, that's very cute. Well, there we go. You were talking about, like, you were saying vaguely being a metalcore band. Do you feel like with this new record, you guys you guys are talking about you're doing a bunch of different people, you have a rapper on, you're trying to incorporate different artists from your local scene. So do you feel like the sound, the Atlantis Theorem, has the sound changed since the first record till now? Like, do you feel like you guys have seen a musical evolution of sorts, or, you know, I'm
I
just
would say
curious.
no.
I don't think we do. But sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm not trying to interrupt. It's the frickin' lag, man. And I knew it happened.
That's what I said. Go
That's
ahead.
the internet, though. That's anything.
It sort of evens out, if that makes sense. Like, we're not trying to be necessarily as heavy musically as we were on the last album. We kind of had, like, not an agenda, but we had this identity on the last album where we were still, like, we were trying to, like, make the heaviest music we could.
So you're trying to do like a Dayseeker move here.
I mean...
Except, just like, even comparing me to Rory is kind of insulting to me and him.
Mostly to him, but...
Mostly him.
Mostly to him. Yeah, mostly to Rory.
I'm Saudi
You
Dowdy,
agree.
But, like,
you're great.
no,
but
I'm insulted that you would want to compare me to him because I know I'm not that good.
You're good.
Because I was literally
But not
just
Rory
listening. I was literally just listening to Sleep Talk,
Yeah.
and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This man is, like, on another level. So, yeah.
We were gonna do an interview, but you know the coronavirus prevented me from doing that. So shout outs to sickness. But anyway,
shout out to Dayseeker.
and Dayseeker,
Yeah.
because I love you guys.
But I think it's weird because, like, the music is lighter, but the overall tone is heavier somehow.
So you're doing
Right?
a Dayseeker
Yeah.
then?
Yeah, I guess a little bit. I don't know.
little bit,
There's more screaming on this one than there was on the last one.
We're doing more of
Oh.
a origin than Sleep Talk.
Sure.
That
Yeah.
makes
Vibes. Okay.
That
sure.
does make more sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's odd to, like, try to describe that to people, but I don't know. It's very us. It works out really well. We're all basically all three voices are on every single song. We're trying to lay down that at the same time that we're trying to include all these other people, we're trying to lay down that, like, we are a three-piece and we all do everything. Like, we all sing. Ben has started doing screams live, at least. We're trying to
like,
look at him go. Look at him
Have
fucking go. We're just trying to lay down that we're all doing as much as we can
Yeah.
while
Okay.
maintaining, like, that three-piece identity.
Dowdy, shoot! I knew you were gonna say something. So
Yeah. I just, like, we wanted to make it very clear that bands can still be kind of bands, and they don't need to have tracks and all of this other bullshit behind them. That's why we always, everything that we record is only stuff that we can do, essentially. And, like, even if we have these other people that were featured on the songs, we still do their parts. Like,
Yeah.
we try as best as we can to do their parts.
With exception.
With like very few exceptions. But we never, like, have a full part that's like, oh, we're gonna do a first verse that's all piano, even though we don't have a piano player in the band. Like, we're never gonna do that. That's probably never gonna happen in this band. Because we wanna still, at least that's where I come
listen.
from,
Well,
is
when
that-
you come back and we're on interview like 57, and I'm just gonna bring this shit up, dude. It's coming. So.
But
Dude, you're gonna hold this shit by that.
but we do everything that we can as us three. So, like, that's something you don't see in, like, heavier bands
That's
now,
true.
where every single person in the band is singing, they're playing instruments, and they're still moving. Like, they're still actually moving across the stage, and they're just not sitting at their mic.
A physical
and doing
movement.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like, they're physically,
Yeah.
like, engaging with the audience, doing stuff like that. Like, that's what we pride ourselves on, mostly.
I'm not gonna
At
do it
least-
because I'll fucking hit my mic or some shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no.
But for me personally, is that we put on, I think we try really hard to put on a good show.
I wouldn't know. I
because
don't live
that's-
near you guys, so come out.
That's the
to-
most
Do a
important
Jersey
thing.
run. It'll be fine.
We
Come
would
out.
come out there.
Do it now. Drive out now, right
You know.
now, in the middle of the coronavirus.
Yeah, no,
You bastards out. Let's go.
our state is
We're
being
already
locked down
driving.
tomorrow, so
Oh
Yeah.
shit. But and I have another thing to ask you, Dowdy, since you've been doing a lot of the talking currently. You did mention that you'll most likely not do guitar anymore. So what's up with that? You said you were doing all this stuff. You're like, oh well, we can do this stuff, and then meanwhile you're like, this thing. What the fuck is this? I don't know what this is.
Calling us out.
Listen. This is interview number 2. This is no holds bar, my guy. We got
absolutely.
all
No.
the answers.
I have no issue answering it.
Talk
I just
about
want to know if we're ready to talk about it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
So
Is
there's
your guitar
People
seeing
are gonna
somebody
see it
else?
until whenever, so.
So there's a guitar player that we've been working with. He actually is one of the features on the CD.
So your guitar seeing someone else then. That's what you're telling me.
Exactly. Yes.
That's
Yes,
I'm very
I
upset
am.
right now. Oh, man.
Sorry.
Oh,
It wasn't working out.
I gotta go, guys.
We weren't into the same things. Our schedules didn't match, that kind of thing. Yeah, so
Unmatch me on whatever dating it. No.
yeah, we like she put. Oh, never.
I'm not gonna. We're not gonna go. We're just
We're
go
not gonna
into
go
it
there,
normally. We're
but-
not gonna go there.
Yeah, it's a fantastic, like a insanely great guitar player. His name is Kevin Bukowski. Bukowski.
Ooh, the ski
It's
boys.
weird. Yeah.
Shout out to the band Ithamid.
Ithamid. Yeah.
ITHOMIID.
I did. Yes.
I'm not gonna be able to pronunciate that, but you should come on, because you should tell me how to spell it so I don't fuck it up.
We'll send him your way.
so-
It'll be fine.
He's most likely going to be taking over guitar
Ooh.
duties for me, and it's for a multitude of reasons. I don't
biggest
want to
of
say
it.
anything
You
else.
better pick up the slack, Dottie. Listen, you gotta be doing like backflips like Telly from The Word Alive. I need you to be like
Yeah,
hanging off the stage. I need
especially
you to be crowd
since before this
surfing.
interview, like a week before this interview, or not a week, but like a couple days before the interview, he was like, it's fine if you guys got another lead singer. I'm like, it's okay.
Brandon secretly wants him out of the band.
He was like, I wouldn't really care if you got a new lead singer. Like, it'd probably actually be a good thing. So.
Yeah.
Now you better
no.
now you gotta step your game up to stay in the band.
I know. Wait, Sam has been kicked out of the band the most times.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. And
But
I
that's
think
because
I'm
they
next.
suck.
I think I'm next, and
Wow.
then Ben. But yeah.
Ben is
We
easily like the most steady player. Like, we couldn't lose Ben. That's for damn sure. Like,
I couldn't lose Ben either, but I'm not in the band, so.
Dude,
We have this thing where
I'm very
anytime anyone
hard.
does
You'll be able to find me pretty easily.
anytime anyone does stupid shit, we like kick them out of the band temporarily for like 2 seconds. And so I think Sam has been kicked out, like maybe 10 times in the 10 years.
that sounds about right.
Yeah. I've been kicked
Well-
out like maybe seven or 8 times.
Once a year, Sam. That's good. That's a good.
That's
good
what I
amount.
figured. Like, I'm a
Good
basic,
choice.
I'm
You're-
basically just no.
But something I kind of wanted to bring up to your last point, Brandon. So with things that, or to Dowdy's point, excuse me, the things that we have been writing, and then like the way that we've involved certain artists on this album, is that when we had written the songs, we could all play them to the degree we wanted to live with no problem. And then when we added these elements, it provides like a really, really cool dichotomy between how the song sounds on the album to how it'll be played live. And it's two completely different feelings. And I think that's something to kind of be noticed and talked about. But yeah.
Because like Ben said a little bit earlier, there's a song that we're releasing pretty soon called Imperfect that has 2 vocal features on it.
Yep.
And the difference between when we have to play it as a 3-piece and when we actually get one, or like hopefully, we've never had it, but like hopefully both of them at some point to perform the song with us, it is like astronomical. Just we actually did the song with Gabe Reasoner, who's on the song. He has a huge part at the end of the song, and we played it at a local venue called The Garage, and it was miles better than we could have ever done it with just us three. So like even though we do still do his part when we play it as us three, it's so the energy is just different.
Yeah,
Like
very different.
you've been to shows when like people are playing a song and then somebody walks up
that's
and they
the
take
best.
the mic and you're
That's
like
the best
you're like,
feeling.
oh shit, what's about to happen?
Yeah.
It's that we get to have that now, which is awesome.
That's sick, and that's like your entire record pretty much. So the release show would be popping. You just have to be like, we're just gonna have this mic like set up constantly for somebody because we have that many features on it.
So literally, yes, that is what we're planning on our release show. We're just gonna have a fourth mic set up.
See, look, doing that future tense prediction here, but that's awesome. But as you know, guys, I always have to keep it fun with some interesting questions, which would be one that I asked you last time. Well, one that I asked you last time. Who have you been jamming recently? What's on your Spotify? What have you been listening to lately, boys?
I watched our last interview before this.
Wow.
So
listen, gotta give you the
I was studying.
Credit, my guy. Oh,
Yeah. So I've been
biggest fan.
I actually went through my Spotify because I saw that question and I was like, he's gonna fucking do it again. He is.
You're right. Oh my god.
If you're a real fan, you would have just watched all of his interviews that came up.
Oh,
to this
you're
point.
right, though. Yeah. I would.
I'm a
Not
shitty
gonna
person.
lie.
I get it.
But before I knew we were
donated to his OnlyFans.
oh damn.
Oh!
That's good. That was a good one, man. I like that a lot.
He's gone. He's done.
He's just gone.
With our shenanigans.
So, welcome to Audio Addiction. I am. Oh wait, he's back.
Nice try.
See, Max, because I called out that he actually has
I've worked.
OnlyFans.
Listen, I've been working my ass off for 4 years. And you think I'm gonna walk away from this shit?
I'm not gonna let these three random dudes from Minnesota just
You're gonna
kill
take
you
that
on
shit
camera.
away from me? But anyway,
Oh no.
So,
Sam is just
Have
so
we been
broken
jamming?
by the OnlyFans joke.
We're all broken, dude.
Done.
Sam.
Okay. So I did my research on this. I went through my Spotify. I was like looking at shit. I was checking it out. Latest Pears album,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
which is oh man, I haven't been jamming it as much as I should, but like the times that I've listened to it, I'm just
It's
like,
a
oh,
heater.
it's so good. It's ridiculous.
Lynn, if you wanna come on, Lynn, please come on. Thank
Do
you.
it.
Please do it.
Prettiest of Things by Earth Groans
Ooh.
has
Boy.
that's been up
Chef's
there.
kiss, baby.
Midwest, straight up.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Avant Garbage by the Motion
Yeah.
Mosaic. That's a local band. We actually
Boy.
went to the release show. They killed.
It's a local band we didn't get on the
Come
album.
on the channel.
yeah. Shout out to Max.
Yeah, no, that's been some good stuff. The latest Turnover album
Ooh.
has been pretty legit. That's sort of like my all right, I need some chill music.
I got
you. Know?
I got
You
you.
kick it. Toot my own horn a little bit. The latest Careful Gaze releases have been
Yo,
killer.
straight up. Thrones is absolutely.
Gabe, you know what to do, Gabe.
Yeah, you know what
watch,
to do, Gabe.
you know you watch this shit. So
That's why I asked you, Sam. That's why I
Yeah,
asked you, did you do it?
I'm stoked on. I did all the mixing and mastering for that release.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm stoked on that. And then I'm gonna throw some like left field at you. Kesha's latest album.
ooh,
It's not
okay.
left field.
It's you know what?
Not for me, at least.
Dowdy salty. That's fine.
Ooh.
It's pretty good. I'm into it. And then my last one would be C'est La Vie by Novelists,
Novelist.
which we
Ooh.
talked about in the last. We talked about
Yes.
them
Absolutely.
in the last interview, and it's
And that
album is
remix, remaster. Ooh, baby.
They're doing something. It's phenomenal.
Come back, please.
Novelist
Come back to the
is-
States.
Please,
It
we
was-
were gonna
They
go
were,
see them.
wait, they were here before?
Oh, hell yeah, dog.
The only
Oh,
tour
we
that I've seen
missed
them
that
on.
show.
No, the only tour I've seen them on, they couldn't get into the States because of their visas.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
right, yeah.
I saw them, so.
But I believe that they were here.
They were definitely
they
here.
did do another tour, but the one that they were coming to the Midwest, and especially the MN Day, they couldn't get their visas. So, yeah.
Well, next time, guys, because
Hopefully.
the time that I saw them in House of Independence. Shouts to Jersey. Their singer was sick, so they did an instrumental set, and they had like people come up, and the last song that they did, they were like, I think it was Gravity, and they were like, does anybody in the audience know how to sing Gravity? And like one guy was just like reading it off of his phone, and I was just like, family, I could have done that shit if I wanted to, like. I was like,
Bro, why am I never at a show where
I know
people
you
do
should have
that
been
kind
at
of
that. You should have been up there, Dowdy.
No,
All right,
Mateo
we're
is
moving
one
to
of my
Jersey.
He's tight.
Mateo is one of my favorite like singers because he represents the kind of like first and second tenor voices, which I have as well, which you don't hear a whole lot in the type of music that we tend to revolve around. You hear a lot of you hear a lot of first tenors, but I'm like somewhere in between a first and second tenor.
You just
And
hear like if
what,
you got
whatever
like,
what that means is like lower voices essentially. You don't hear a whole lot of lower.
yeah, you hear a lot of like if my balls got run over by a truck or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not trying to call
Yeah,
people
so-
out, but that's the truth though. I'm
But,
dead
like-
serious. People definitely shoot for that like high, that soprano, that high range. That's what it is.
That's why people love people like Rory, because Rory still has a very low voice while still being like way up here in his range.
Yeah.
But his voice quality is still
He's got
low.
He's got the fullness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he's so. I
we could
love
talk. We could
Mateo.
literally
He's
talk about
so
Rory for the next 15
Anyway,
minutes. I'd be
yeah,
totally
let's
fine.
go on
with
to-
it.
don't
let's-
need to jack him off that long.
Let's go on to
Wait.
Ben.
We could though.
Some things that I've been jamming recently. I've been jamming the new Still Breather album. Local
Ooh.
group.
Hell yeah.
That
Hell
album
yeah.
killer. Shout out Still Breather. Shout out James Granger. Another local cats, Motion Mosaic. I've been jamming that record. Casual. Shout out Casual. Hardcore band local on the scene here. They kill it. Like
Come
easily
on the channel.
most energetic band I've ever seen. Like on the stage, it was insane. Other hitters I've been looking at The Weeknd's new album. I've heard a lot of bits and pieces of it.
It's
I've
so
heard.
good.
Wait, is that out?
That is.
Yes.
And yeah, some other things here and there, but you know, we're getting stuff listened to.
There we go.
Getting stuff started. Yeah.
Dowdy.
Yo. So Brandon, I listened to 2 of your favorite CDs right before this show, actually. So, Time and Place,
Oh, you know.
because I watched your review of Time and Place.
Oh.
And that's how
Oh my
so
god.
Time and Place, which
It's
is
fucking
Sam
phenomenal.
Artifacts Perea, and I listened to Sleep Talk
Oof, you're right.
for.
They're both fantastic records. I like Artifacts Preo's like possibly working on new stuff. So.
I hope so, because that's one other band that I'm just like so sad that's not a thing anymore.
Well, I'm just sad they
Wait.
never got the recognition they deserved.
Well,
Wait.
they never said they weren't. They never said they broke up, but they haven't been active for like
Hiatus.
4 years.
God, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Passengers came out in 2016.
Yeah, that's why I said
What?
it. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I was looking back at it too because I have both of those records in my vinyl collection, and I was just like, when did these come out. Like I was like,
Yeah.
because there's like, to me, I feel like they were, and I still believe that both of those records are still way before their time. Like they're just like so
Time and Place is
just like that perfect amount of heaviness. It has just that melody. Lucas is like probably still one of my favorite vocalists, like in the scene, even if he's not doing as much now. But I know that they were in the studio for a bit. I don't know if they're gonna be doing stuff, but I'm holding out, fingers crossed, that they'll be back in action doing stuff. I think there's a new record coming, but I don't want to.
I hope so. There needs to be.
Yeah. So.
My other one, like, Sam will already know this, but I listen to it maybe like once or twice a week at the very least. But a CD called Odyssey to the West by Slice the Cake. It's my favorite CD of all time, ever. I don't think there is a better CD than it. Personally, I don't think there is. It's just like, it's the easiest hour and 15 minutes that you could ever spend if you like heavy music at the very least. Like, it's the easiest hour and 15 minutes that you can spend your time listening to.
I do think it requires a little bit of digging.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah.
Like you gotta kind of go, okay, what are
Brandon,
these?
have you not? Hold on. Brandon, have you not listened to this CD yet?
I have not listened to this CD yet. I've heard.
Can you do a classic review of this, because it's 2015?
Okay, we got it.
Yeah.
Hit me with that. Hit me with that CD.
Not even me. A lot of people legitimately consider Odyssey to the West to be one of the best metalcore CDs ever made.
It's a great album.
We'll find out. We'll find out. So, guys, look for a throwback review, and if you like seeing more of those, I'll probably consider doing it, because there's a lot of old records that obviously have only been around for 4 years, but there's plenty of great post-hardcore records and metalcore records that I'd love to add to the list.
And then the one, because sorry, Sam. I'll get it out there and I'll be done. The local band, because I feel like it's shit, because I didn't shout out local band.
Yeah, what the
fuck? But the one that I do listen to a lot, and it's not like a new thing or anything, but it's the band that I've loved since I found them. It's a band called Breakthrough. They have a CD called The Path, and it's like a 5 or 6 song EP. But the lead singer is actually featured on our CD. And I love the CD so much, particularly 2 songs called Postage and Idol. But I love the entire CD, and I listen to it all the time because it's so quick to get through and it's so good.
There we go, Sam. You look like you were gonna say something.
I was thinking about it earlier when you were talking about demos, and now you're talking about throwback reviews. The 2008 demo release of Asking Alexandria.
Oh boy.
Oh man, I listened to it the other day and I was like, this is amazing.
Damn.
I saw
that in 2008.
Yeah, like I have that in my iTunes, like on the music on my phone, and I went back and listened to it and I was like, no wonder they were as big as they were immediately, because this is crazy.
And now they're dad rock, so.
That's all, yeah.
12 years older.
We don't need to burn bridges or anything.
Yeah, so we're not, I'm not trying to talk bad about Asking Alexandria just in case, Danny wants to.
Dude, we went to see them at one point.
Like, if they want to come on, Danny, if you want to talk about anything, but.
Oh man, I'm not mad about them existing. Like, they do what they do, and that's cool,
But now they do dad rock, so
Ben over there judging.
Look for look for a tour with Nickelback soon.
Yeah, there's a throwback track. It's like, what is this song? Alarm the Alarm by Write This Down. That was like one of the very first tracks I listened to that really kind of got me on this like metalcore, like hardcore, like tangent in my music listening career.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember the band name, so I just had to look it up. But yeah, Write This Down. Alarm the Alarm. Just iconic beginning drum fill. But it has to be on the EP version, not the album version. Because it did come with an album.
But you remember all of those days, us driving around in Jake's car, listening to Stand Up and Scream, because that was, I felt like that was kind of the
pinnacle.
the start of everyone's like, all right,
Yeah.
we're gonna do this metalcore thing.
I'll be honest, I never really got into Asking Alexandria, and I know that people are gonna be surprised by that, but I never got it. I still don't get it. But what I mean, you know, if
I will say that if you didn't get it back then, you will not get it now.
oh, I know I won't.
You won't understand it now.
Like and it's crazy because like I'll listen to bands like around that. Like I listen to like I See Stars a lot, so I feel like they kind of, I know they're different, but I feel like, you know, in that same sort of like vein, Attack, I know they're again even more further that direction. So like not exactly the same, but I felt like I kind of had an idea of what they were shooting for, maybe not entirely, but
like legitimately with Stand Up and Scream, Ask Alexandria had something special though.
But
I feel like
I'll go do
with
those
that specific CD.
I'll go do those throwback reviews for Dottie. I'll give you the shout, dog. I'll do it. I'll do it for you, and then you can. I'll just be like, how do these
Brandon,
records age, my guy? That's what I'm doing.
I swear to God, you will.
I think I'll get it. I
Yeah.
feel like now that I'm older, I feel like I'll understand it. You know what I mean? Not
There's
like
definitely some treats in there, yeah.
so. I'll have to go do that. But I will leave you with one band recommendation that you all should check out. Are you all a fan of Every Time I Die?
I am. I'm the biggest one out of all of us.
Check out this band if you
Because
haven't
Low
heard
Teens, I fucking, oh my God.
Check out this band. I don't know if you've heard of them or not. They're called Greyhaven. Yeah, check them out.
Greyhaven, hell yeah, let's go, boy. I already know Greyhaven. I fucking love Greyhaven.
Yeah.
So
I
much.
heard Greyhaven and I was like, all right, let's go different Dillinger escape plan. I'm into this. Like,
He thought they sound like Dillinger.
I wouldn't do the Dillinger.
I was like, no,
no,
they are straight up Every Time I Die.
No, they're
100%.
definitely Every Time I Die for sure. 100%.
all right, y'all. Like, you can tell me that I'm wrong,
I didn't say you were
or
wrong.
you can accept
I
the
just tell
fact
you-
that like I've listened to Dillinger a lot more than I've listened to Every Time I Die. So I'm gonna like relate it to my life just a little.
Well, I mean, you're
you know?
also wearing an Ocean's 8 Alaska shirt, so I mean that makes sense.
Dude, their second
That's a
album.
Hikari shirt.
Hikari, yeah.
Yeah, Hikari.
Hikari.
Like I have it on vinyl right there.
Ooh.
Yo, I will
That
give
was
you
probably my
guys
top
both.
album of that year.
I will give both of you guys points, Ben and Sam, if you can tell me what shirt this is, because I don't remember who it is. And it doesn't say it anywhere on
You can only
the shirt.
see half of it.
So I bought it at a show that we were all at. We were all at the show. And you know why we were all at the show? Because we fucking played the show. So that even helps. No, it's not for that. It was a garage show too. I can help with that, but I don't remember the band name.
Famous last
You
words.
guys remember names? No.
Oh, Ben, is Ben out? I can't even hear. I don't think I can hear him. Speak, Ben. Yeah, I can't hear Ben.
Oh, yeah, your audio's gone.
It's gone.
Oh, I can still hear Ben and see him though.
I can see Ben.
I can see him.
I can't hear him.
I can hear him though. I can hear him
cannot.
still.
Maybe Sam and I are going deaf. That could be it.
Dude, that would be the end to my career.
Yeah, I know. Same.
Oh, I mean, literally.
Just be screaming.
From the other side of the room.
Yeah, from the other
But
side.
anyway, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't want them to like try to guess this, but
I think,
you can end the episode.
I think we're not gonna end it. We're still going. I think Ben has.
Yeah.
I think Ben has to drop and then come back in. No, I can't hear nothing.
Sorry.
So
I can hear him though. Ben, can you hear me?
Oh, he's gone.
No,
I mean,
I
1
don't
out of
think Ben can hear
3
me
is
either.
a bad score, though.
I know it is.
I have no idea what that band is. I feel like I have to try to guess.
Oh.
Okay, we'll let Ben talk. Yeah,
There he is.
there he is. He's
Yep.
back.
Cool.
Oh, he's sideways.
Now
though.
he's sideways
For me.
now.
Just hold
He's
on.
sideways for me.
He's sideways. Oh,
Because my
okay,
phone
there we
is super
go.
warm right now, so
There we go.
some things
There
are.
you are.
Yeah.
Some things are changing.
Yeah.
We're gonna move into the next question, guys, which is
hell
fun
yeah.
questions that I've been asking for those second interviewer boys. If you were to compile a musical supergroup, who'd be in your band?
Oh, dog. That
Sam's
sucks.
face. Yeah.
Don't do that to me.
Yeah, boy. I did told you this wasn't gonna be easier.
Come on, dude.
Wait.
You should have told me I should have been drinking for this.
So,
That's not my fault, dude.
wait. In our band,
Not like it is,
like
son.
we're included in the band, or we're just like.
You can choose to include yourself.
No, Sam, you're not part of the band at all.
Okay, cool.
Because let's be honest, whoever you pick, you're not going to be on the level.
True.
Because whoever I pick, I'm not going to be on the
Ow.
level.
Ooh.
I would put I'm gonna forget his last name because there's so many Matts.
I can
Matt
help you.
from-
Matt
Matt from
Greiner.
Periphery.
Oh, that's Matt Greiner. No, that's
No.
Oh,
AVR.
that's AVR. yeah.
Periphery.
Matt Halpern.
Matt Halpern. Yeah, Halpern.
Matt
yeah.
Halpern. Ryan, I forget his last name, but the bassist from Mudvayne.
I have no idea.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a
I don't.
pass.
Isn't
Shouts
he
to
one of
Ryan,
those
though.
weird ones who has
That's
a?
a 10-10 rhythm section right there.
Right?
But isn't
Yeah.
he one of the weird ones who has the like nickname though?
Probably.
Kind of like Monkey
Mudvayne.
from Korn.
I think you're really just trying to tangent this question down. Just you know it's.
No, I'm trying to understand. All right, whatever, dog. Keep going. I'm gonna leave. So.
Listen,
No, Dowdy, come back. I need
Ben's
you.
phone is getting hot. Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
He's actually gone.
He left the chat. What a douche. The songwriter from Currents and Shadow of Intent.
Ooh.
It's the same guy, the guitar player.
Yes. I don't remember his name either. Sorry. I only talked to Brian.
Dowdy would know, but
Dowdy
apparently
would know.
he's
Dowdy's
out.
gone.
He's done.
He's out.
So
He's done. Now it's a two-piece.
we're gonna finish this. It'll be fine. He's out of the band the 9th time, I guess. And then the vocalist from oh god, I'm gonna forget their name.
From what band?
But I'm gonna.
I could try-
It starts with an A. I'm looking through. Here it is. Never mind. I don't have it anymore. It starts with an A. They've got the album was called Gilded Age.
Oh, wait.
But it's the thing is again, like I need Dowdy here for this because this was one of his like favorite bands.
Oh, there
at
he
the
is. He's
time.
back.
There he is. Dowdy, Gilded Age album by a band.
Oh, that's Adestria.
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 Adestria, bro.
So I
I could
think
have guessed that too.
Matt Halpern. Oh, and his camera's
His
off.
camera's off.
Matt
Sorry,
Halpern.
it was a low battery warning.
Matt Halpern on drums. Dude from Mudvayne on bass. The writer from Currents. Dowdy, what's his name?
It starts with M. It's like Matt or Mike or some shit like that. I don't know.
Something.
It's the same
And
dude.
then-
It's the same dude who plays guitar in Shadow of Intent.
Exactly. And then the vocalist from Adestria. I think that would be a killer band.
That would be tight. Yeah.
And I'm just going to be on the sidelines like y'all are all better than I am at everything I've ever
Sorry,
tried
I'm having
to do.
technical difficulties.
Seriously. It's all good. Ben?
Alright, so on the drums, it'd have to be Larnell Lewis.
Ooh, yeah.
Solo cat. He shreds. He does things that.
I don't even know who that is.
On bass, it's gotta be Flea. Gotta be
Ooh,
Flea on bass.
Red Hot Chili
Yeah.
Peppers, yeah.
Yeah, that funk and that soul. And then on guitar, I'm unaware of his name, but the guitarist from Issues.
Oh, AJ?
AJ.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the AJ. AJ.
AJ
yeah.
boy, shouts AJ.
He's definitely in there. And then on vocals, I think I gotta go with the vocalist We Came as Romans.
Ooh, Dave.
Which
Yeah.
one?
Dave.
Dave?
The
Ooh.
screamer.
That'd be good.
That'd be tight.
That'd be real good.
Yeah.
Dowdy.
Dope.
Yo, super group. All right, drummer. I'm gonna actually go with the drummer for Texas in July. Because
Ooh,
he's the one
Adam
who
Gray.
made the-
Adam Gray. baby.
Adam Gray, yeah.
He's good.
He's the one who made the biggest impact on me as a drummer. Because I'm not Ben, so I can't see all the technical shit that like Matt Greiner and Matt Halpern do. But like that guy, I can like see how good he is with what he displayed. Guitar player, I would. Oh Jesus, that's hard. I would probably go with I unfortunately don't know his name, but Novelist, guitar player.
Oh yeah, he's tight.
Yeah, and I don't know his name.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, we'll look it up. Yeah, as you're figuring it out.
Bassist, I would like honestly, straight up, ABR's bassist.
Ooh, Dustin. Shout out to Dustin.
Dustin, yeah, Dustin.
The guitar
100%.
player is Florestan Durand.
Sure, that
Ooh.
guy. Yeah, whatever.
Florestan.
Okay. Yeah, that guy. I would
French
go with
bands.
Dustin 100%. Because every single guy in ABR looks like they're just super fun to hang out with. But
You're like,
Dustin
yeah.
Dustin also has that weird scream that nobody else can. I feel
Don't
like no
like.
one else on
It's
Earth.
like the hawk scream.
Yeah,
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like a hawk.
exactly. And I feel like no one else can do that but him. So like, if I ever wanted that in the song, like, hey, I have access to him.
We have hot
Plus,
sleeves.
He's
We
a
have
phenomenal
We have
bassist,
Hawk
like his
Dustin
style.
over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if I had to go with the vocalist, oh my, that's
That's tough.
difficult, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny
Super
Craig, do it.
No, don't do that.
No, there's no fucking way I would ever pick Johnny Craig. I would honestly like maybe pick Lucas from Artifacts.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he has control. That's
And he
the
has a
main
little. He
thing
has
that
a little
has.
scream too. He has like a little bit of. He's got that
That too.
that grasp. Yeah.
But the thing that and Johnny Craig has control too, because unfortunately Johnny Craig is really good at singing too.
He's just not good at being a human.
Yeah, he's not good at his life.
No, but I'm saying like the unfortunate part is that you can't even critique him on like technical stuff about singing, because Johnny Craig knows a lot of technical stuff about.
I'll
singing.
give him that. Yeah, sing creds. I'll give you a day in
Exactly.
day out.
You can't even be like, oh, he's doing this and this wrong,
Yeah, 100%.
because he does know what he's doing. Which sucks, because you can't ever take the fact that he's good at what he does away from him. And
Yes.
I feel like he did that because of that. Like he knows.
He knows
He's like,
he's
I'm
good.
such a shitty. He's like, I know I'm such a shitty person. I've done a lot of shitty things. That at the very least, they can't take this one thing that I'm good at, that everyone knows I'm good at, away
True.
from me.
100%. Back that.
You know what I mean? But yeah, like Lucas McGuire or something like that.
No,
I
it's
think that's his name.
Lucas. I think it's Lucas Worley. I'm pretty sure is his name. But
Okay,
I wanna-
Worley,
I
yeah, you're right. Who am I? I'm thinking of the
Interval.
Villanelle
You're
guy.
thinking. Oh, you're Lucas Magar, yeah, or something.
Yeah. But yeah, I would pick the Artifacts Burrell guy, because he has insane control over his voice.
Absolutely, and they were phenomenal live. Probably one of my favorite bands to see live. So I hope they come back. I know we've talked about them a lot, but they really deserve that cred. But the next question, guys, and I'm curious how you're gonna answer it. If there was one album that you wished that you wrote, what album would it be?
Odyssey to the West.
I kind of figured
100%.
Yeah.
There's no question. There's no even.
That was
hesitation.
zero hesitation. As soon as I stopped talking, you said your answer. So
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I
I don't
would-
even need to say anything.
Yeah, you've talked. No, it's fine. I'm gonna bring it again.
He's gone again.
And he's gone. I'm gonna bring it again back to that first one and say "Dead Years" by This Is the Apocalypse.
Oh
Yes,
If I could write
is
like
a
that,
throwback.
I'd
yes,
be
absolutely.
freaking set. Like,
Check out
oh
Hawk.
man,
Check out Hawk, their new band. It's sick too.
I know
Yeah.
about it, but like
We know about
they've
Hawk.
released 2 singles and now they're kind of floaty because he's in Ice Nine Kills. Ricky Armelino. He's in Ice Nine Kills now.
Yeah.
He
So-
took over for JD in X9 Kills.
Yeah.
So he's the lead guitarist and the secondary singer.
So I'm gonna take it back to 2012 with Dead Years. It'll be great.
That's gonna be a review.
So, damn, dude,
Ugh.
no, Dead Years. Actually, that was never actually a question. It goes Odyssey to the West, Dead Years for me. Like top 1 and 2 metalcore albums of all time, and probably, honestly, Bloodwork is number 3. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Bloodwork.
Ben,
is-
what is your answer?
Oh,
For
jeez.
albums, I wish I could have wrote. I'm gonna say The New Sidewalk by Such Gold.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro,
some
that's such a
fucking
good CD.
East Coast boys, Such Gold. They're super fucking good. That album for me really kind of broadened my perspective on a lot of things musically, because everything on that album is so creative. It's so different from what you think. Like, you think you might
Yeah.
know what Such Gold sounds like, but it totally flips flips you on your head. And especially the drumming on that album, the drumming blew me away, and I was immediately just kind of like obsessed with it healthily. Yeah, that album is.
And then the fact that you
Wow,
realize the
Superman.
lead singer also played guitar on all those songs too.
Yep.
On the New Sidewalk.
And
He stopped playing guitar after that, but
let's throw this shit back. You were wearing a Such Gold T-shirt in the first interview with Brandon.
Downey's phone fell and just.
was he really?
Oh
He was. He
Dog,
was
my
wearing a
phone
Such
is-
Gold T-shirt, and it was amazing.
Wait, I was?
No,
I was?
No,
Ben was.
Ben was.
Oh, I was like, yeah, it's like I definitely
Shout
wasn't
out.
because I
Shout out Such Gold.
Shouts to Such
no,
Gold.
Such Gold is.
There we go. And then the last
No,
thing.
Brandon, no, fuck
What?
off, Brandon.
I'm gonna answer
What
it?
is your?
What is
Yes,
my answer?
absolutely.
Oh, that's easy, dog. I the Mighty Satori, baby. That's it. That's the go-to. I love.
The Mighty Satori?
Yeah,
No,
100%.
Like just the whole
Yeah.
band?
Honestly, I think that's how we found you, is through the
Because-
Mighty community
Yeah.
page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
no, I remember. I
Oh,
had already
were you
been
talking about?
subscribed
Oh,
to
were
his
you talking
channel.
about supergroup? Like if I was to combine
Yes.
the Oh, okay. I thought you were asking if I could
Nah,
write
he
an
was
album.
talking about album he could write. Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about album I could
Yeah.
write, which would be
Oh.
I the Mighty Satori.
Sure.
But anyway,
Sure.
I'll answer the other one too.
Yeah, I want
yes.
you to.
Okay, because I don't think I've ever answered this yet, so you'll be the first one to get this answer. And then I'm gonna have to keep saying the same answer from now until affinity. But
No, you don't. Well, I mean, if it's a good answer, we'll tell you if it's a shitty answer.
Oh
It's the
shit.
correct
Okay.
answer.
Don't worry.
Okay.
We are judgmental assholes.
All right. Well, drummers, I would probably have to go with. I really love Luke Holland. Shouts to Luke. Come on, feel free to come on, Luke. I know you're in a bunch of different projects, but
Ben has told me how good of a
his drumming is bonkers. Like he is
Super solid.
he is hella talented. So, if it's not him, I would say runner up would be Griner. I've always been a fan. I love ABR so much.
yeah.
So I feel
Hell
like
Precision.
so I would have to say him. Also because he's from Philly, so I got to represent the PA tri-state area. You know,
Aren't they all from there?
they're all from
Philly?
they're all from Lancaster.
Lancaster, yeah.
But okay, so Luke Holland on drums, bass. I'm gonna have to take Sky from Issues.
Hey, yeah, buddy.
He riffs like it doesn't matter. He's got it.
Sky probably would have been my second choice.
He's awesome.
To be honest.
Guitar player. The guitar player from Grey Haven. I just saw them. I just saw
yeah.
them recently, and it's just him, and he does all the riffs. And I was like standing right in front of him, watching him play. Boy, I didn't even want to touch this. Like I was like looking at it.
Brandon, what if? Sorry.
I'm sorry, it's gone limp.
Dowdy's.
So all right. So how I had it is my phone was sitting on a thing, but now I'm charging it, and so like the charger is balancing on something. But yeah, anyway. What if you had the Every Time I Die guys, the guitar players for them?
But I would just need one
and,
guitar player.
whatever his name is. Yeah, the big fucking
Yeah. I'm not
the,
trying to
like,
make
bodybuilder
I'm not
guy.
trying to take like a wrestling crew with me. I'm just trying to make a band. That guy could kick my ass. I don't need to.
Yeah. Well, no, he'd be on your side though.
I know.
Like you would just have a brick wall on your
Okay,
side.
fine. We'll have him as the guitar player, along with
No, you
Graham.
don't have. Don't take my recommendation.
Listen, you're the one who's giving me these suggestions here, so I don't.
You can have 2 guitar players.
Okay,
guys.
so
It's fine.
okay, so the Greyhaven guitar player, and then as a lead guitar player, I would probably say early 2000s Zach Hansen from The Word Alive when he was doing them shreddy parts.
Yeah, boy,
I'm not
like,
trying to like Hounds of Anubis,
2012?
you know, all that
2012,
shit, all that
yeah.
stuff. You know what I'm talking about. That fire shit.
that entire what was that CD called?
Deceiver.
It was Deceiver. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Deceiver. I was gonna call it the Hounds of Anubis, but that's just the first.
But that's
song.
also a great track.
It's a great track. Yeah.
Oh, Sam's
Sam's gone.
Sam has now left the building. But I'd say Zach like early mid 2000s Zach Hansen, Word Alive. And then now I'm on to vocalist. Oof, that's tough. Vocalist.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I gotta go with Rory.
And I feel like
It's gotta be Rory.
Yeah,
It's
I was
gotta
gonna
be
say
Rory.
I feel like you only get one. You don't get two.
Yeah, it's not split. Yeah,
You don't get
because
a
I
screamer
took
and a
two.
singer,
I took
yeah.
2 guitar players, so I feel like that's you don't get
Yeah.
you either get 1 guitar player and 2 vocalists, or you get 2
Sure.
guitar player, 1 vocalist. So I'd say
Dude,
Rory
like,
because he covers
Rory
it all.
is fucking yeah.
Yeah, so
The
that would be
only
my.
thing I would say with Rory is that he's too. Rory is very. When you hear his voice, you know who he is.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like Rory doesn't blend in. to
Yeah, he
anything.
sticks out. But I feel like
Yeah.
everybody is on that level, so it would just like match, you know? I feel like the vibes would be strong as Dowdy chokes down his drink.
Shut up.
But I would say that would be my band. I feel like that would be Rory. I know you watch this, so or maybe you don't, I don't know, but I feel like you should facilitate that somehow. I feel like that's at least
No, don't. I
feasible.
don't want him to like hear us talking shit about him. Like,
What are you talking about? We were both like
we are
both
purely
like
fans.
we both love him, so it's not like
Dowdy's panicked.
I want to be able to like fade into the background like Neo. You know. Oh yeah, I don't get that.
I didn't get that. That was
No, I just got the image of like Homer Simpson when he goes into the
yeah. When he
bushes.
floats, yeah, that was like I just like faded
So,
to my green screen.
Neo,
Yeah.
like Neo the artist.
Yeah,
he has a
I know
song called
you-
Fade into the background.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, so I'm like, I want to just do that, and I don't want Rory to ever notice me if I ever go to a Day Seeger concert.
Yeah, you do.
I don't want
Rory.
what happened
please-
with the
Rory, if you go
memory shit for us.
out
like-
to play a show out near the guys in Minneapolis, just go find Dowdy.
Yeah, we played with him before though.
Yeah, go
Yeah, we
find
played with them like
go find
twice,
Dowdy.
actually.
Yeah, go find Dowdy
Go-
and go tell him about
Go
this
find
interview.
Dowdy.
Just do it.
Dude, Rory talked to me, and he actually he just gave me a shirt at one
Yeah.
point.
Shout out to Rory.
When I was in Iowa.
Sounds like a nice guy.
He is a very
I
nice
mean,
guy.
He is a nice guy.
Shout out
He's
to
a great-
Rory.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Anywho, so
we
what's
were
your-
talking
what's your
talking a lot about this, but then so that would be my choices of the questions that I asked you guys. So the last
Yeah.
thing, the most appropriate thing to ask, tell them about your band, where they can find you on social media, and anything coming up in the next couple months. Don't shake your head, Dowdy. Come on, you want to tell people what's going on.
Ben, hit it.
So our name is the Atlantis Theorem. You can find our music on Apple Music, Spotify, Bandcamp. Within the
Amazon.
next couple of months. What's that? Sorry. The next couple of months, we'll be releasing a new single. And with kind of everything kind of falling into place with the album, you should be seeing that within the next couple of months as well. So we're very excited for things to be happening, and we're super grateful for everyone's participation on this album. And we think we have something really special that we want to show people, and we're very excited once again.
Well, I'm always excited to have the Atlantis Theorem on because, God, it's been such a long time, and I always love catching up with bands, that I've had on. I would say I mean, not I guess early on in my career, but doing past interviews is always fun. But I think it's cool when we get into kind of more meat of the thing, and obviously you guys are releasing a record, which I'm very excited about, and it may be out by the time this interview comes out, so who knows, which will be in May. So check them out. Yeah, it will be out. So I don't know, I'm just guessing. I feel like it will be out by that time.
No, you're good. I'm just telling you. Yeah, it'll be out.
Thank you.
We like to keep a level of mystery.
Well, if you'd like to follow that mystery, all of the links will be in the description where you can find out about the Atlantis Theorem. If they're hopefully when this coronavirus is out of here, they'll be playing shows. Check a release show coming soon where you'll have a round robin of different vocalists come up on stage and sing their part, and that's gonna be very tight. And I'm excited to see that. Maybe, I don't know, somebody will record it. Who knows?
Absolutely. We're gonna work our way over to the East Coast.
If not,
we're gonna find our way over.
You gotta come out to the East Coast. Yeah, I know. You did say that 2 years ago. And look where we're at. We're still in the same spot.
Yeah, but we're
gonna Ben said it though, so listen, he knows.
I know where we're at. I know where we're going to.
We're gonna do it this time, though.
Okay.
Actually.
Well,
so we made all this bullshit happen. We're gonna make all this bullshit
We'll reconvene in 2 years, and if you're still not on the East Coast, then we're done. So. Just kidding.
Yeah,
just kidding.
You'll never talk to us again.
Just kidding.
It's fine. Yeah.
Well, then I'll be writing for like Rolling Stone or some shit. So whatever. But and then I'll just I'll just come out to you guys. Then I'll just come out to you guys on like my private jet. But anyway, go check out the Atlantis Theorem. Seriously, I'm really stoked for this new record, and you'll get that exclusive early review. So be stoked on that. And if you enjoyed this interview, make sure to share it, like it, subscribe. Go tweet at all of the homies. People you want to be on the next Atlantis Theorem record, like novelists.
Oh,
just saying.
Fuck it. Dude.
Or like Rory from Dayseeker. Those people, you want them on the next record, so hit them up, hit your boy up. I know Audio Addiction's got that clout, so let's get it going. And thanks, of course, for the Atlantis Theorem, all of you guys for coming on, chatting. We literally talked for, God, almost an hour and a half, so let's fucking go.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I thought we were all gonna say goodbye. Like we were all just.
That was the vibe.
Nah. THC doesn't do that. We don't do that.
We're from Minnesota. What do you think a goodbye is to us?
Oh yeah, goodbye is like another 30.
Shit in. Go ahead.
So man, why do you have this shitty looking face on? What?
No, I was just like.
Have you rigged the votes?
Sorry? No, not at all. I didn't contact Russia. Like, I don't know.
Oh God, here it goes again.
I feel like it balances out.
Right,
although all of us are pretty good at putting forth bad ideas, almost to a comedic level.
Oh yeah, we're all pretty good at putting bad ideas out there.
Yeah.
So it's mostly about who puts a good idea out there, and then who's not drunk, who's not too drunk to actually notice that it's a good idea. Yeah.
That's the secret to every band is if you're drunk or not. Oh my God,
essentially. Well, I don't know.
Why did I say that?
I don't know about any other band, but that's the secret to our band is that who's not drunk enough to actually
who's gonna be
idea.
Like semi dad mode, which it looks
the voice
like
of reason.
It looks like
and it's like 99% times.
It's Ben.
Yeah, it's Ben.
There you
Yeah,
go.
absolutely.
Good job,
I
Ben.
brought in a glass of gin and then a backup glass to pour into my glass of gin when I'd run out of gin. All right.
You guys, I remember you guys had drank a lot on the last interview too. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
This is the same.
That's never gonna be a thing that doesn't happen.
And then
on
Ben's
the
over here
Atlantis.
like, I'm just living.
It ain't much. but
No,
it's honest
no,
work.
no, 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 no. Ben is complicit in this too because our practice space has fucking 56 bottles of whiskey on the
60.
wall. Oh,
60.
Jesus Christ.
60 empty bottles of whiskey.
Drink
on the
some of
wall.
that whiskey. It's true.
He did. Yeah.
Some. We won't disclose
Brandon,
how much.
No, we literally just said it has 60 bottles.
I was
Yeah.
being facetious.
Yeah. No.
No, I'm not telling you how many bottles are unopened there because there are some unopened bottles there.
Oh, God, there are.
There are literally, yeah.
You know this is like incriminating evidence right now. I'm literally recording
It's not. They're unopened, dog.
I'm recording
They're sitting
this.
in a fucking
I'm
basement
recording
right
us
now.
talking right now, dude.
They're
You told
sitting
me
in
to
the fucking
record it.
basement.
We're done.
You
We're
told me to
done.
record it. All right, fine, we're done. I'll stop recording it now.
No, I don't
Goodbye.
give a shit.
Goodbye, everybody. Good night,
No.
Audio Addiction.
Oh.
It's been nice knowing you.
Bye.
Shouts
We've been
to-
the Atlantis Theorem. We are the local alcoholics.